Excited? You need to watch this if you struggle with facing your fears. Buckle up. We're about to embark on a thrilling journey through the Final Destination series, a franchise that has kept audiences on the edge of their seats for years. If you think you can handle the suspense, then keep watching because this is going to be a wild ride, diving into the Final Destination series. This series is known for its unique take on the horror genre, where the antagonist isn't a person or a monster, but death itself. The concept is simple yet terrifying. You can't cheat death. But the execution? Absolutely mind-blowing. In the first movie, we meet Alex, a high school student who has a terrifying vision of a plane crash just before takeoff. He panics and gets off the plane, dragging several of his friends with him. Moments later, the plane explodes in midair, confirming his vision. This sets off a chain of events that will haunt Alex and his friends. Alex has a vision of a plane crash and saves his friends. But escaping the crash is just the beginning. Death doesn't like being cheated, and it has a plan to reclaim the lives that were supposed to be lost. But death doesn't like being cheated. It starts to come after the survivors one by one in the most bizarre and gruesome ways imaginable. The tension is palpable as each character tries to outsmart an unseen force that seems to be everywhere and nowhere at once. One by one, they face bizarre freak accidents. The creativity of these death scenes is both horrifying and fascinating, making you wonder about the fragility of life and the inevitability of death. The second movie amps it up with a highway pileup. Kimberly, the protagonist, has a premonition of a massive car crash on the highway. She blocks the on-ramp, preventing several people from entering the highway and thus saving their lives. Kimberly foresees the crash and saves a bunch of people, but here comes Death, determined to finish the job. The survivors soon realize that they are not safe, and Death is coming for them in the most unexpected ways, and saves a bunch of people, but here comes Death, determined to finish the job. The survivors band together, trying to find a way to break the cycle, but Death is relentless and always one step ahead, determined to finish the job. The tension builds as each character meets their fate in increasingly elaborate and terrifying ways. The movie keeps you guessing, making you wonder who will be next and how they will meet their end. Then, in the third movie, we are taken to an amusement park where a roller coaster disaster is predicted by Wendy, a high school student. She manages to save herself and a few others, but the ride is far from over. The survivors must now navigate a series of deadly traps set by Death. A roller coaster disaster is predicted by Wendy. She and her friends must outwit Death's intricate traps. The movie is a roller coaster of emotions, with each twist and turn bringing new horrors and challenges. She and her friends must outwit Death's intricate traps. Guess what? It's not so easy. The traps are cleverly designed, and the suspense is unbearable as you watch the characters try to escape their fate. Guess what? It's not so easy. The fourth movie brings us to a racetrack where Nick has a vision of a catastrophic crash. He manages to save several people, but once again, Death is not done. Brings us to a racetrack with Nick's vision of a catastrophic crash. The movie is filled with high-speed chases and heart-pounding moments as the characters try to stay one step ahead of Death. With Nick's vision of a catastrophic crash, the survivors are constantly on edge, knowing that Death could strike at any moment. The tension is almost unbearable as you watch them try to escape their fate. Escaping Death once again, but can you really escape? The movie keeps you guessing until the very end, with unexpected twists and turns that will leave you breathless. Finally, in the fifth movie, we are taken to a suspension bridge where Sam has a vision of the bridge collapsing. He manages to save several people. But the twist? It's a prequel to the first movie. The movie ties everything together, showing how the cycle of death began. Sam sees a bridge collapse. The survivors must once again try to outsmart Death, but the movie keeps you on the edge of your seat with its clever twists and turns. The twist? It's a prequel to the first movie. The cycle begins anew, showing that no matter how hard you try, you can't escape death. The cycle begins anew. Each movie is a wild ride of suspense, survival, and the Grim Reaper playing hide-and-seek. The series keeps you hooked with its clever plot twists and heart-pounding moments. Each movie is a wild ride of suspense, survival, and the Grim Reaper playing hide-and-seek. The tension, the twists, and oh, the gore. The series is not for the faint of heart, but if you love a good scare, it's a must-watch. Survival, and the Grim Reaper playing hide-and-seek. The series keeps you on the edge of your seat, making you question every decision and every move the characters make. The tension, the twists, and oh, the gore. You won't look at everyday objects the same way again. The series makes you see danger in the most mundane things, making you question your own safety. You won't look at everyday objects the same way again. So, which death-defying moment gave you the chills? The series is filled with unforgettable moments that will stay with you long after the credits roll. Let me know in the comments. And remember, you can't cheat death. Or can you? The series leaves you with that lingering question, making you wonder if there is a way to escape the inevitable. And remember, you can't cheat death, or can you? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more thrilling recaps. Stay safe, or at least try to. The Final Destination series is a reminder that life is fragile and unpredictable, so cherish every moment. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more thrilling recaps. Stay safe, or at least try to. The series is a roller coaster of emotions, and we hope you enjoyed this recap. Until next time, stay vigilant and keep watching. Stay safe, or at least try to. Life is unpredictable, and the Final Destination series is a stark reminder of that. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling journey.